What's up, guys? Here's an update. I've been busting ass trying to get this thing to a point where I feel good about it, and I've done that. I feel like I'm actually finally making some headway here. I've got my quarter panels all in. Well, they're in. I just have to do the spot welds on the bottom seam here, but they are in and they fit good. I had them mocked up for a few days and hung that door over there. Fits great. I was just a little concerned that, you know, I know this part of the door jamb here really can't move much, but I just wanted to mock the door just to make sure everything was good, but it turned out good. So the visible seams here are pretty flat and straight. I took my time and just massage those so I could bury. I still have to grind the welds down a little bit, but that came out really good. Still have to bend this guy back and weld this up, but I want to leave that to last. And then this seam right here is nice and flat. I was really trying to make this as flat as possible, just to give it, you know, as nice as I can make it, or within my skill level. But yeah, came out good. And like I said, I still have to weld this guy here. Almost out of welding gas too, of course. Turns out spot welds take a lot of gold gas. It's kind of weird, but all the starting and stopping, I'm assuming is what's burning all that gas. And I have my regulator set down to the lowest level, which is about 30 CFM, which is the lowest of the range for MIG. But yeah, it's I've heard a lot of guys using just CO2 just to do this, because the welds get ground off anyway, but I can't. I just can't. I just got to use the gold gas. It's a mixture of CO2 and argon. So anyway, so yeah, you can see the inner fender seams. Still got to do some touch up in the grinding department. Yeah, these seams actually came out pretty good. It's you know, amateur at best, but hey, it's on there and it ain't coming off. So show you the other side. And yeah, I got this quarter panel with a nice ding in it. It just must have happened during shipping, or maybe someone sent this back and then they just shipped it to me. That's usually what happens. But I've got it mostly taken out, but I can still get behind and use a dolly. So I still have a little bit of work to do on that, but everything takes forever, as you probably know if you've done this. I've got the lower window frame in right there. I had to put that in before I hung the quarters. I still have to weld these guys, but the window, I call it a window extension, but it's not. It's just the panel that sits here. And I wanted to leave these loose. These guys not welded, so I think they're this way too far, because I've got a little bit of a flange hanging off here. So I want to adjust that a little bit and then get that panel fit in here nicely before I burn those all in. I gotta put my I've got these guys, my trunk hinges all cleaned up and ready to go back on. Still have to do some touch up here and there. Let's see what else. Yeah, this quarter is the better quarter of the two. And door's mocked up. It's a little low still on this side. I actually did this by myself, so I was happy to actually get the door on. But lines are actually pretty good for just being by myself and just doing it and walking away, basically. But I did end up replacing the pins and bushings on the old upper hinges, and then I ended up just replacing these guys because I couldn't find replacement parts for the factory hinges. They were just worn out. So those are actually nice pieces. I thought they would be a little cheaper, but they ended up being pretty good. Let's see here. Nice. No more door play, up and down play. And sorry, I've got really bad allergies. Got this seam pretty good here. It's just like the other one on the other side. Pretty darn good. Just got to knock the welds down a little bit. And then this bracket, these guys here, those are kind of an odd deal, but I burned those in, so they're not coming off. And then this flange down here is all burned in, and you can see where this is recessed in, and then you basically put the panel, you know, and pound it in so it's lower than the grade, I guess you could say. So I did that pretty good. The one thing I was a little disappointed in with these quarters is there's probably about a 1/4 inch here hanging down, only on the front portion. It basically ends up lining up like right there, and it goes back lining up. So I basically have to just take a cutoff wheel and just nip this off. As you can see, where I originally drilled my spot weld holes, they're a little too low, so I still have to lop that off and flatten these guys. But I was really more concerned with keeping these little, I think they're vents or drains. They're formed into the quarter panel. So, but I wanted to keep that as much as I can. I think so. If I just trim this little 1/4 inch piece off there, nobody will know any better. And got this guy all touched in and burned in here too. And the trunk extension is burned in here, but I left the bottoms loose, or not, just screwed. I have them tech screwed in. As you can see, the screws there still. I want to leave that loose until I get the tail panel in place. A lot of, as you can probably imagine, a lot of planning goes into this, because one thing affects the next thing, and you know how the rest works. It's just huge snowball effect. So a lot of work, and I'm doing this all by myself, so it's been kind of a mind scramble, you know, just because there's some days you just feel like you're going nowhere, and trying to get progress done just doesn't seem to happen. So, oh, and I painted my rear end housing after cleaning it out. This actually came out really good. Not too shabby, but that'll look nice. I did gloss. I think it's supposed to be semi-gloss, but I like gloss. But the rest of the car will be semi underneath anyway. I've got my third member here. Got a limited slip in that box right there. These are all the rest of the trunk taillight reinforcement brackets, and that's basically all the sheet metal I have left for the car. And yeah, so making headway. I did get a whole front end bushing and steering replacement kit. As you can see, my front valance, tail panel, and then rear valance are ready to go. Got new axles from Dr. Diff with green bearings, and you can see my plenum is over there. Got a few more pieces to go in the trunk, but things are happening. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, and this will probably be about it for this particular segment, but trying to keep content coming your way, and so you guys don't get bored on me. So thanks for tuning in. Take care.